Hi folks, it's Mike Murphy. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and peace and joy to all. Today's quick tip is in Adobe After Effects CC 2025. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use the Dropdown Menu Control. The Dropdown Menu Expression Control allows you to create a simple menu with multiple choice options that you can select and control various aspects of your animations. Then once you set up the expression control, you just click the drop-down menu, select the item that you want to view, and you can just cycle through your different options. This drop-down menu example that we're going to be creating today is showing and hiding layer visibility using the opacity property. So whatever layer or whatever item that you have selected in the drop-down menu is going to be at 100% opacity, so it's visible, and all of the unselected items in the list will automatically be set to 0% opacity, so they're hidden. And to create the drop-down menu, I'm going to do so on a null object. And to create a null object, you can just right-click anywhere in the Layers panel, go to New, Null Object, or go to the Layers menu at the top, go to Layer, New, Null Object. I'll bring the null to the top. I'll tap Enter and return. I'm just going to call this drop-down. So I'll select the null object layer. I'm just going to right-click, go to Effect, Expression Controls, and choose Drop-Down Menu Control. That's going to add it in the Effect Controls panel. I'm going to click on this little padlock to lock the effect viewer. That way, when I select other layers, it's going to stay visible. When you first add the drop-down menu effect, click the drop-down, you'll see the defaults are Item 1, Item 2, and Item 3. To change this or to customize and edit your drop-down menu, you're just going to click on Edit. But to add new items, you're just going to click on the plus icon. To remove, you'll click minus. You can just click and rename. You can also click and drag to change the order of the items in your list. So to keep things simple, I'm just going to use the same name that I have in the Layers panel as the name of the item in the drop-down menu. So for this first one, I'll just click, I'll call it 01 knit. Click in the second one, 02 knit. Click, 03 underscore knit. And I have 4, so I'll click the plus to add another one, 04 underscore knit. I'll click OK to create the drop-down menu. So now we have the name of the layers in the drop-down menu as we want them. But as you can see, nothing is happening. That's because we need to add expressions onto each of the layers and map them to the drop-down menu item. Since we want to control the layer's visibility, we're going to add the expressions onto the opacity property of each layer. I'll start with 1. I'll tap T to reveal the opacity property. I'm going to press Option or Alt and click on the stopwatch next to opacity so I can enter an expression. I'll start the expression by typing VAR. That stands for variable. And a variable is just a container that stores information. I'll tap the spacebar, and now we need to give the variable a name. And this name can be anything you want. I'm just going to call it menu since this is a drop-down menu, but again, name your variable anything that makes sense to you. I'll tap the spacebar, put an equal sign and another spacebar, and these spaces are not required. They're just to make it easier to read the expression. Now we need to tell the expression what it is we want to put in our variable that we called menu. So instead of typing anything, I'm just going to click on the expression pick whip for the opacity property of that first layer in our drop-down menu. So I'll click on the pick whip, drag it up to the drop-down menu control. After Effects automatically fills in the information about that layer. And where the cursor is blinking at the end, I'm going to type in .value. This is just a best practice to make sure that the menu returns the item that we have selected. And at the end of the line, I'm going to put a semicolon for best practice. I'll put Enter to go to the next line. The second line of the expression begins with whatever you named your variable. So in my case, I'm just going to type out menu. M-E-N-U, space, 2 equal signs. So equal, equal, then space, then 1, space, question mark, space, 100, space, colon, space, 0, semicolon. This second line is basically an if-then statement. If this happens, then do that. So it's saying if the variable called menu returns a value of 1, or if I select the first item in the drop-down menu, then, that's what the question mark is saying, return an opacity value of 100%. And this colon is separating the true and false part of the statement. If it doesn't, then return an opacity value of 0%. Let's test it out. So the expression says, when you select this index number 1, so whatever's on this first line here, so in this case it's 01 nit, the opacity property for that layer is going to be set to 100%, so the layer should be visible. But if it's set to anything but number 1, so if I set number 2, then the opacity changes to 0%, so it hides the layer. Pretty cool, huh? So if I select 3, since we haven't added anything onto these other ones, nothing's happening. But if I select 1 again, it should change from 0 to 100%. Perfect. And to quickly add the expressions onto the remaining 3 layers so we can map them to the drop-down menu, I'm going to select the first layer that we already added the expression onto. I'll tap T to reveal the opacity property. I'll select opacity, then go to the edit menu at the top and choose copy expression only. So now the expression is copied to the clipboard. I'm going to select the remaining 3 layers by clicking on the first one and shift clicking on the last. And now I just need to paste by pressing Command or Control V or going to the edit menu and choose paste. To reveal the expression on these selected layers, I'm just going to tap the letter E 2 times. EE. And now all we need to do is go to the second line and change the number after menu so they're all set to 1 since we copied them from the layer 1. I'll change this one to 2. I'll go to the second one, I'll click in the expression, change it from 1 to 3, and go to the last one and change it from 1 to 4. I'll click away. So 04 nit is currently selected in the drop-down menu. If we go down to the layers panel, we can see that 04 nit layer, the opacity is set to 100%. The other 3 are set to 0%. So these 3 are hidden. We are seeing 04 nit because that is what is selected. We change it to 03. Now 03 is 100%. 04 changed to 0%, as did all the others. 02, 100%. The others are 0%. Pretty cool. If you want to animate the drop-down menu so it just cycles through these automatically, I'll drag the CTI to the beginning of the timeline. I'm going to select the item that I want to start the animation. I'll click on the stopwatch next to menu. That's going to add a toggle hold keyframe. So if I tap U, you can see that square keyframe that indicates it's a toggle hold keyframe. I'll move the CTI forward in time. I'll just change to another item. Move it forward in time. Select each time I select a new item after I move the CTI, it's automatically adding another toggle hold keyframe. Tap the spacebar. Now it's just going to cycle through. You could use the loop out expression, or you could just simply copy and paste these all the way down the timeline if you just want to continue it. We just scratched the surface, but that is one of many ways that you can use the drop-down menu expression control effect in Adobe After Effects CC 2025. My name is Mike Murphy, and I wish you a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Cheers.